For those of you who have mothers that are still living, make sure that you always acknowledge your mother and let your mother know how much you appreciate them. This is a true story, and it's not that long. I never knew my real father coming up. Had a lot of uncles around me, a lot of male figures, but my brother and I, God rest his soul, were raised by my mom. Had a strong family unit, uncles, grandmother, and in the early part of my childhood, my grandfather and grandmother when she was living and he was living. But for the most part, my mother was very instrumental in my growth and or my development as a man. A woman cannot raise a man per se. It's a man's job or duty to raise a man and give him the values and or qualities that he should possess, as it is a woman's job or duty to raise a woman, because that is what she is. But my mother raised us, my brother and I, all the way through our childhood up until we became young adults. My mother did a very stellar job. She did an excellent job. I saw my mother suffer. I recall when we had very little coming up, I saw the sacrifices that my mother made for us to ensure that we had what we needed. I didn't say what we always wanted, but what we needed. She was there. She was the shoulder to lean on when we were developing. She chastised us when it was appropriate. She made sure that we always had a meal on the table. I saw my mother go without so that we would have, my brother and I. I never will forget those lessons. My mother is a great woman. She has not seen this video because I'm just now doing it, but maybe at some point she will. She's still living, and my mother's birthday will be in a few days on the 4th of July. She'll be turning 83. She has her issues with her health, but she's still clothed in her right mind, alert, oriented. She still tries to fix me a meal, a homemade meal, as often as she can. As a matter of fact, I just spoke with her, and she's going to bring me dinner tomorrow. She doesn't have to do it, but we're from the South, and that is something that she loves to do. But I called my mother after seeing a video earlier, how a gentleman on his YouTube channel was encouraging people to never forget your moms. I don't need to wait until Mother's Day comes around to tell my mother that I love her and how much she means to me. I tell her that all of the time. But right before I did this video, I called my mother and I told her that I love her. And thank you for keeping me. She didn't have to. I didn't have to be here. And if you are here listening to this message and your mom is still living, You need to see that the same way. There was a reason that the Almighty placed it in His Word when He said, honor your father and your mother, that your days might be long upon this land. He knew, and He knows, the importance of that vessel, that vehicle that brings us into this place we call earth. I'm happy that my mother had me, because of the value that I have shared with people throughout my life and the experiences that I have had that were good, that were even great. I owe it to my mom, because if she had not had me, I would have not experienced this life. Life is always what you make it. It's not anybody's fault outside of you. I've heard people say before, I didn't ask to be here. I've never seen it that way. I am here, and I embrace that. For those of you who have had a mom that has passed away, I pray that the Almighty continues to bless you and your family currently. And I hope that you had a beautiful experience with your mom when she did live. I know as much as lies within me right now, while my mother is still with me, I'm cherishing my mother because she's the last of my history. I just felt like sharing that. Life is too short, people. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. It behooves all of us to cherish every single moment of our life, because once we have closed our eyes for the last time, it's too late to say I'm sorry. It's too late to say I love you. So let's do it today. This is Brother Teacher. Stay blessed. Be blessed. Yahweh loves you. And so do I.